Hey guys, Chart Stoppers back with another video. In this channel we take a look at different stocks and map out their key support and resistance areas on the chart. It's important to know these areas before buying any stock, and it's also important to know what kind of a trend a stock is in before you buy into it. Support and resistance is one of the most important things you should know about a stock before you either buy or sell. Also, if you're doing any day trading, swing trading, or options, you definitely are going to want to get familiar with support and resistance. Just to let you know, I'm not a financial expert. These videos are for educational purposes only, but I am here to point out key factors on the charts which do impact the price action of a stock. I also provided a link in the description for Webull. You can use it to start an account and get 2 free stocks. I also provided a link for Robinhood. You could use it to start an account and get 1 free stock. Just to let you guys also know, we will be doing 3 videos per week on 3 different stocks. So if you have a recommendation, hit the subscribe button and leave a comment below on your stock that you would like me to do a video on, and I'll try to get to it. Okay, so with nothing further from me, let's get into the video we're doing today. Today we're taking a look at Draftkings. It's currently trading at $59.18. It's down 5.6% today. And we're going to be mapping out the support and resistance on the chart and doing a price prediction. So I'm just going to start at the bottom here. DraftKings went public via SPAC merger in January of 2020, so that's where I'm going to be starting. I'm actually on the 4-hour chart with this one. And any company that goes public via SPAC, they're always going to have a base of $10. So you can always go to $10 and know that that's your base for any company that has goes public via SPAC. So we're just going to mark that as our base, and we're going to move up from there, finding our first major resistance point. And it looks like our first resistance point is going to be at about $15. So I'm going to mark that off. And our next resistance looks like it was at right here at 18. So I'm marking that off. And this is pre-merger. You could see right here and here, these 2 resistance points were pre-merger. And then you could see right here, this dip here is post-merger. After they merged and became DraftKings right here, you saw the huge sell-off after the merger. Okay, that happens with all SPACs usually. You see a big run-up in price usually pre-merger, and then after the merger, you'll see a big sell-off. Okay. And then after the merger, you see a huge, pretty big run up in price. Nice steady rise up. So we're going to find our next point of resistance, and it looks like it's going to be at about $40. So I'm going to mark that off. That's where, it ran up and finally stopped at about $40 and moved back down. Looks like it found some support around $30. So we're going to mark that as our support for our $40 resistance. Then as it hit this $30 support, you see it traded sideways for a little bit, and then you had another huge run up in price right here. Okay, just a big upward trend right here to the all-time high, which was around $65, as you could see right here and here. The high resistance point of our chart is going to be around 65, so I'm just going to mark it off as 65 just to top off our chart. Okay, so we're going to go down from here, and right in here what happened was they had to raise capital, I believe, and you saw a huge sell-off. People didn't like that for some reason, that they raised capital. It's funny because right now, if you see a company raise capital, people are still buying into it, that it'll go down for like a day and then the next day it'll be right back up. But you could see this was just, a couple months ago, and this stock dramatically went down, almost 50%. So it's funny how things have changed in the past couple months. But anyway, it went all the way down back here in between our $30 and $40 support and resistance. And then finally it recovered and made its way back up over here and hit a resistance of about 55. So I'm just going to mark that off right here. You could see 55. It hit that resistance point and it traded in between, 40 and 55 for a while. And then all of a sudden lately, what happened was you're seeing a big run up in price. There's been two catalysts recently that have caused this huge run up. One being that the Super Bowl happened recently, so Draftkings has been a huge part of the Super Bowl, and that's caused a huge run up in price. And also another big catalyst that has caused this stock to run up in price is ARK Invest has added this to their ETF. And a lot of people follow ARK Invest and try to copy some of their investments. So they saw that Draftkings was added, and a lot of people added that to their portfolios. So that caused Draftkings to get a lot of more notoriety, and people started buying it a lot more. So that's what caused this pretty big run up. And now it's trading in between our 65 and 55 support. So you could see it's right in the middle there. It's kind of on a downtrend here, getting closer to our 55 support. You do see a gap right here on our chart. That's always pretty scary to me if you do see a gap, especially right here near our support and it's on a downtrend. Gaps do usually have a tendency to fill themselves in on the chart, so you have to watch out for that. But if it does get closer to this 55 support here, that would be a buying opportunity, to do a trade or just buy the stock outright. So I'd be looking for that in the near-term future. So for my price prediction on this one, I think with more and more states making gambling legal and it being accepted nationwide, this sector of the market is just getting started. The amount of money that the government and the states will make off the taxes for gambling, it'll just be too much money for them not to legalize it. So I see DraftKings leading the way in the gambling industry and possibly 10xing their revenue in the next 10 years probably. So I'm probably seeing this stock at least $100 by the end of 2021. And it's probably going to double again in the next year by 2022. I wouldn't be surprised of that. I see big things for this stock coming up in the next couple years once more and more states legalize gambling, because DraftKings is, the leader in this sector pretty much. So that's my price prediction and my analysis on DraftKings. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, subscribe and hit the like button, and we'll see you next time on Chart Stoppers.